You've all been called by one of the station managers. A very snooty guy. He recently, only a few days ago, had finished a meeting with Prava and, Thiveron and that, talking about all the business stuff. Apparently there was something to do with their pets that was, raiding the station, but he's got more important things to deal with. And he's called on all of you. Well, not you specifically. It's more like he sent out a general call for aid.
Yeah, and it was a chance to get onto Prava space station, so a Bug's Wife was ecstatic to see that go out.
Exactly.
Alara is arriving at the behest of her brother.
Mm-hmm. I suspect currently you're sitting within a dusty business room, and you see this rather well-dressed man, half elven ears, and he comes in, adjusts his tie, and he's like, welcome all. I hope you have all read the document.
Mm-hmm. I believe that informing us of the situation should be your job, yes?
You didn't get the document?
I mean, I got it, but you can't expect me to go through every little piece of paperwork that you push in front of me now.
Did we get a document?
No, you didn't.
Okay. I was just deciding how Alara was going to respond. Alara just kind of looks down at her briefing papers and she says, "Surely you're joking."
Huh.
I received no such document.
It seems like Hansel's pay will have to be docked. Well, I am still glad you got the summons. I will explain the situation. Maybe you should all introduce yourself to each other first, however. You see him turn around and start setting up a little projector thing.
As he's setting up a little projector thing, Alara is opening up a briefcase that looks like it's got medical scanners in it. And she says, "Oh, I don't think there will be a need. This will be all the introduction I need." And she goes around and she starts taking medical scans of everybody.
Hey now, that's my personal information right there you're gathering up.
Don't worry, doctor-patient confidentiality.
when you I imagine when you put the machinery up to Durst, it just keeps on changing. It's like alive, dead, in a coma, having cancer, dead. Like it just keeps the readings just are not consistent. They just keep changing between different points of flux.
You see one of her eyebrows go up and she says, "Interesting. Are you spending much time on this station?"
She just kind of thinks thoughtfully for a moment. Another time I might.
That's really a shame. The next time you're on the station, you'll have to allow me to run a full analysis.
I haven't had an opportunity. It's I've been studying the manner of my own condition for quite a long time. I'm a veritable basket of secrets.
And I intend to poke and prod every single one of them.
Oh, what fun! She just clicks her hands together.
Excuse me, I wasn't informed to be working with nerds.
Oh, whoa.
Alara and Durst are going to get along just fine.
It's well, you were going to be needing them on this mission, and besides, you signed an NDA that specifically states that you will have to work with such people, and also medical scans are compulsory.
Well, that medical scan was her setting up her custom micro lab for everybody.
Oh yeah, well, I was just saying, your medical scans are compulsory. You don't have a say in it. Yeah, you see the stuffy man set up a thing, and you see a projector come on. It's recently the managers have received a mission from a very important person. They have gotten a little conflicted as it coincides with another about the same time. Besides,
Yes, my brother said something about an abandoned ship with possible swarm ties. She's kind of only half paying attention to him as he talks. She's just typing notes on Dursa's physiology into her actual data pad.
yes, that. We were instructed to find some people that would help Alara here in order to solve the situation. She will be a resident expert on the swarm.
Expert on the swarm? I'll see that for myself. And she just pats her bug on the head as she sits there like, I'm something of an expert myself.
With all due respect, a bug's wife? I think
You don't get to call me that. You're not a part of that.
With my
community.
information searching here?
You may call me Flick, outsider.
Okay. She just kind of like very dramatically closes her laptop with the tips of her fingers, and she looks at you and says, I could pick your little bug apart on a molecular level without even lifting a finger. That's not a threat. That's just saying why I was pulled in to deal with these swarm. I suggest you watch and you learn.
Flick just holds up a piece of paper and it literally crumbles to dust right in front of you. Like, that's not so impressive.
Alara just smiles and she's gone from her look of like terse annoyance to extreme fascination again.
But the businessman like goes on his collar. He's like, anyway,
You can continue.
As Valakai, he's clearly nervous. He's like, Dus, it seems like it'll be up to you to keep everybody on track. I hope you are able to achieve this. And you will all be supplied with a ship to take you to the destination. You will have a pilot, of course, and I do hope that you enjoy your trip. Is there any questions?
Alara just closes her laptop that she was taking notes on, and if that'll be all.
He gives a nod.
She closes her stuff up, picks up her microlab, and exits the room.
See you soon, and she just waves as you swallow it.
As soon as you all leave, you can almost hear an audible sigh, like, ugh. As he like recovers. It's like that strange woman who flipping stole like a little teddy bear, just fucked off. It's crazy. So, as per the Christmas spirit, you are gonna be on your way. Is there anything you wish to do on the station before you leave, however?
I used up literally all of my fucking credits, so no.
No. Flick's got nothing to buy or anything, but like she's gonna try to get as close to Prava's room as station security will let her.
Probably only to the elevator. Like, that's about it.
Because I might want to inoculate, but I just need to see what the rules are on it.
It's like security standing in front of everybody's like room elevator that normally goes up to the top of the station where everybody lives. It's like, sorry, station security has been tightened.
I'm sorry, but I'm a VIP. Am I not on the list?
No, ma'am, you are not. Please move along.
Check again. I must be.
Sorry, you are not. For one, you do not look like anybody who... Oh, Miss Ilaria, would you like to go up to your brother's room?
Yes, and would you tell Prava that I'd like to meet with him personally before going on this mission? And she just catches a side-eye glance at Flick.
They are not currently on the station, but I will be sure to say that you wish an appointment, ma'am.
Oh, thanks. That's okay then. And she starts walking away and then gestures for Flick to come with her.
No, Flick like hurries up immediately at her side, like the worst big
she
smile.
She leans her head down like diagonally and whispers to you, "Don't worry, you can come."
Miss Alara, was it?
Yes.
Who exactly are you related to? It seems your brother has a lot of sway around here. I didn't know there were any elves in Prava's inner circle.
My brother is Thiveron, the mystic, the Blackened.
The dog?
Yes, the dog. We're not related by blood.
I see. Well, let me introduce myself properly. My name is Felicity Ironvein. It's a pleasure to be meeting and working with someone as illustrious as you.
She's immediately pulling out her medical scanner and completing more patient documentation. Yes. Felicity Ironvein, was it?
That's correct, yes.
Good. Blood type AB plus, AB positive. Okay, I think I have all I need here.
Yes,
Thank you for your
anything you need,
cooperation.
allergy information, date of birth, anything I can provide you with at all?
She takes it all. Complete medical history.
Brown nosing mode engaged.
I don't even think Durst has a medical history. Or actually, no, that's not. I mean, Durst does, but Durst wouldn't be the name they were born with. They probably don't remotely resemble the when they used to when they were actually alive.
They always preface it with, well, in this timeline, I'm...
Yeah.
So, after you go up to Thiveron's room, you, of course, see the luxurious place, the circle rooms all put at the top of the station. You, of course, have all the little amenities and stuff in there. Whatever you wish to do there, you are, of course, allowed to do. Prava probably find fan letter there. Maybe put him in there.
Alara's like finding all the tiny things that are like that weren't put away properly and tidying up Thiveron's room for him.
Left his mat
What a
out
slob.
again. So how could he leave his mat out?
What she's
I'll
calling him Matt is like his little pillow shrine to Talbot. God, always leaving his mat out. Puts his shrine away.
Oh god. Of course you have like the pets areas. You could probably see in Prava's room the little golden nest up above in the corner of his room. It probably looks kind of creepy, but very pretty.
Flick's a long-time viewer, watches all the stream, knows how much Prava cares about Esteban, so she thinks it's very endearing. She's just taking pictures of herself in Prava's room to like rub in on the fan forums later.
Good. Once you've done that, and Durst is probably moving around a plant pot in the background just to make sure no one dies, you can head down to where the ship is located, and you do see your pilot standing there, which is a rather youngish-looking human, has like a tank top on with a flight jacket, waiting around in front of a small like freighter.
Alara enters the bridge with a very authoritative gait and just walks up to the pilot, extends her hand, and says, "Alara, it's very good to meet you."
Hey, how you doing? Like slaps your hand, like does a fist bump on it, like hey, how you doing?
If he fist bumps like her extended hand, she doesn't like put her hand into a fist. She just kind of recoils and says, "That'll be quite enough of that."
I think the custom is something like this, and I'll just like walk up and I'll use all four of my fists to just do like a chain, just machine gun fist bumping.
Do you want to roll culture to see how well you can fist bump?
How well I can fist bump?
This
I
is
have
where it's like in
diplomacy.
multiple. This is where it's like in multiple worlds.
Dang, I have a bunch of diplomacy. I don't have anything in culture.
Oh no.
Ah.
But yeah, it's like you get one fist after the other. He's like, yeah, how you doing? It's like he started to teach you at one point. He's like, yeah, like this. Yeah, that's it.
Dang.
So I'll be your pilot today. I hope you take your time and relax.
How long are you going to be our pilot today?
Today, maybe tomorrow. You know the drift. It's all like out of whack.
Are we
In her
sure?
head, she's like filthy hippie.
Yeah, like, is this really someone that we can trust with our lives? I mean, he's going to be navigating through asteroids, charting our course through the... Shouldn't someone a little more scientifically minded be doing this job?
Well, I haven't crashed yet.
Please don't say that. If there's one
How many
thing I
voyages
learned-
have you gone on?
Durst kind of smiles, and it's like I have the utmost confidence. It's like he has a remarkably low crash record given his lack of experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like yeah, surprisingly low crash record. It almost doesn't matter. It's like no matter which universe, it seems like he always narrowly avoids crashing.
Yeah, some say it's my amazing luck. But to answer your other question, I've been on an entire 4 voyages.
Alara just she's taken aback by that. So you're a rookie.
Well, one lasted an
Flying us
entire
into the
2
drift.
months, so you know, a kind of long time.
How many flight hours have you logged total?
How many jobs did you have for more than a month before you failed a drug test?
I have never failed a drug test. I have always passed.
I just want to say, I've never failed the drug test. I've always won. I've always had the most drugs.
it always came out positive. I don't know what you mean. But I'm kidding. I'm kidding. If
just
I'm
in
worrying
case,
you, I'm kidding.
Just in case she takes out a hypodermic needle and she says, "Now stay still."
Hey, I'm not into that.
This is if you're going to be piloting me somewhere, you're going to take this drug.
You said you don't like anyone on drugs. Now you should have drugged me up.
No, this is an enhancement.
Okay.
It's a performance enhancer, and while he's saying that, she quickly jabs it into his neck. He's got +2 bonuses on all skill checks.
Dude, this is really good. Better than the
See?
So was her problem that he wasn't on the right kind of drugs?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I feel like I could do anything.
You need to lay off the hyperleaf, by the way.
It's not too bad. But don't worry, as for
Yes,
flight
don't listen to
time,
me. I'm just a medical professional.
I've got at least more than 2 years total. Used to fly my dad's ship when we used to be on a farm.
Oh, goody. So you're one of those self-trained redneck pilots.
I went to school. I went to a fancy academy. I passed.
Like bare minimum pass, like the 60% that you need to.
He like points towards the small diploma and stripes on the thing. No, I got top of my class. What you on about?
Well, why didn't you say so before? Now Alara seems satisfied. She just takes a casual plop into the nearest rolly chair and spins around. Well, a basic skill booster.
Okay, this guy's pretty good.
Yeah, so you see it like he's going to be piloting you all for almost like around about an entire work week, 4.5 days really. He's going to be able to
Okay.
make it there quite a nice speedy bit of time.
So could I make a life science check to see if there are any afflictions that swarm generally inflict? I know not all of them do, but some of them do.
Yes, you may.
Oh god.
Let's see.
The swarm expert.
Well, with your sheer ability, you do know some. For instance, the Adir has a sting that puts people to sleep. That's one of the more sneaky spy-like swarm that tend to go in. But this doesn't sound like a sneaky kind of area, so probably not there. You also know the Korvox, which you know of has an acid cannon. They are the general troops and shock troops of the swarm.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, does anybody else want to do anything on the journey? You've trained perception, you gave a reroll before you arrive. Are you doing anything, Alaria?
Yeah, I
what's
guess
your
I could
skill?
drill.
What's a skill? Do you have to roll medicine to get your skill checks? Let's do a drill for medicine and have a reroll.
Well, that's what I was gonna do. Is either medicine. I think I'm gonna drill life science actually. 15 plus 1.5 times. Okay, yeah, it's a success.
You totally pass. Congratulations. Alright. Is everybody prepared?
Yes. So I take it everybody here has dealt with the swarm before.
I've dealt with lots of swarm-related entities, not the swarm specifically.
Okay, things that you should remember is they have a hive mind and they can communicate telepathically. And what you also need to remember is that many of them have psychic powers. Safeguard your brain bits.
Oh, don't worry. I'm court-ordered to wear this chip, and she taps on the back of her neck. It prevents me from being perceived by emotion senses, as well as keeps my mind stable.
Hey, ladies, we're getting closer.
Thanks. What did you say your name was again?
Me? It's Guy.
You know Guy. Okay, so that's what I'm putting down in my mission debriefing for everybody. Welcome to the team, you know Guy. Ugu Guy. His name was Ugu Guy.
I didn't mean to do that.
No, it's not Ugu.
Oh.
It's Ugo. Like elongated.
Okay.
Ugo.
Okay. Ugo Guy.
Yeah. Just call me Ugo. It's fine.
What?
You can call me back
What planet is that from?
Huh? Oh, it's I come from Vesk,
Oh, sorry, my Vesk is a little rusty.
Yeah.
I look forward to working with you, Pilot Man.
I look forward to having you as well. You are going to have to jump from the ship, however. I refuse to get around the fun of this thing because it has guns, and from my experience, Swarm know how to use guns, and I don't trust it.
I'm sorry.
Yes, it's rather fascinating actually. They have the weapons grafted into their bodies. Makes it very difficult to study them because once you kill the swarm creature, then the gun dies with it.
As expected. I always knew they were creepy. But yeah, you're gonna have to either jump or sort of navigate your way in space. I hope you guys have some 0G with you.
I have falcon boots that let me walk on surfaces, but I need to get to a surface to do that.
As you're coming out of the drift, since he scanned ahead and basically knew what was happening, you could see bits and pieces of debris floating past you. It's majestic in a way. It's silent, quiet, though you can definitely see the sheer devastation that the swarm had inflicted on this poor ship. Whoever had hit it had practically sawn it in half with its weaponry. though it had created a nice large hole at the back of the ship. There's one at the front of the ship as well, but as he said, he's not willing to park anywhere near that entrance.
Oh my, did the swarm manage to do this with just their own bodies? What beautiful destruction.
You may have not seen it, but it's like huge, man. Hang on, let me bring up what I can see on screen. Here you go.
Gracious.
Ooh, I have an idea. I have an
Okay.
idea for something we can do.
I'm gonna be putting you right in the back, so you'll be totally fine, I think, as long as you have oxygen and somehow to stick. Then again, the power does seem to be on.
Durst is going to crack her knuckles and before we approach, I have something that we can do that might be able to help. And she is going to reach out to the two of you, and she's gonna cast a spell. You see her just she grabs each of you by the ear, and then all of a sudden you see that as she guides her hand over your body, you start to look very insect-like. I'm casting parallel forms targeting both of you.
When you yank, you see Alara very break her very casual demeanor for a split second, and she looks like she's going to punch you in the face. And you see this stinger come flying out of the wrist spot of her armor, and it stops just short of your eyes as she realizes that you were casting a spell like that and not something actually dangerous.
So basically, you pluck details from alternate reality versions of targets to weave parallel forms, making the targets appear and act differently. You affect targets as if they're each under a disguise self spell, deciding details. So basically, it's like disguise self, but you also gain a +4 to bluff checks for the purposes of impersonating somebody else. And I'm going to make you both look like different species of the swarm.
So it's like this is from another universe where the swarm took over.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna park the ship up, just get ready to out.
And what's our strategy for getting back to the shuttle after the mission is done?
Oh, that's easy. You jump out, I catch you.
I'll admit your piloting skills are better than I expected when first I saw you, but I don't think I would have took the job if I knew that was our way out.
Well, if it helps, the airlock seems to be in working order. So just get to that location if it's free, and then we can get to work. How's that?
Okay, that sounds much better. Thank you.
Wee.
Alara activates her jetpack and unholsters her needle pistol, which has got a stabilizing fusion on it, just to help keep her from going off kilter.
My armor makes me bad at acrobatics too, so being off kilter is gonna be the worst.
Right. As you enter the ship, you can see the wrought devastation around you. Up above, you can see you can see where the markings ripped through a hole up towards the wall. Small holes and bits and pieces are raked across what appears to be some kind of panel that would be up here. These things here are doors, by the way.
Okay, fancy energy doors.
Well, I'm going to take
these are energy barriers.
I take a perception check just to look for any sorts of electrical or mechanical hazards, since this area is really heavily damaged.
Go ahead. You can tell that the area that is currently up above you and this area is currently unstable with electric pulsing. You can see the energy barriers are opaque. You can't really see through them, but they are, they can shock you as well if you decide to try and touch them.
Alara's going to point that stuff out. She's also going to go look over here to see if this is like an energy barrier that she can see through.
That one is also opaque. You can't really see through it. There's too much like force field and it's static electricity just go.
And do we have gravity here?
Yes, you do currently. You were standing by a door though. These white things that you see like beside you and here,
Yeah,
they're
those are
doors. This one seems a little bit stuck though,
Okay.
Okay.
due to the energy barrier.
Well, I'm gonna come then and just approach this door and just kind of, I'm not gonna open it, but I'm gonna just try and see if I can hear any skittering or movement on the other side.
Ooh.
Alara's got her needler pistol out.
I pull out 2 little gun buddies.
Roll me perception. You don't hear anything. You hear creaking of metal. Creaking of metal comes from this area and this area. You're unsure what it means.
There's a bit of a drone on the other side. Some creaking, perhaps? Something seems to be moving. Miss Lara, permission to go in loud?
Normally I would say no, but I really doubt there would be any survivors here. Not if the swarms had their way.
I mean, you're disguised right now, so just go in and see what you see. Maybe you can you'll have a moment right?
Should we roll disguise for that?
No, you just got. You just have a +4 to bluff. If you were
okay. You're basically disguised auto.
Okay, that changes everything.
Yeah, so it's a disguise. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a disguise self spell, but then it gives you a plus. But the bonus is that it gives you a +4 to like impersonate yourself as a specific person or as a thing as the spell also subtly adjusts your mannerisms and stuff to be more.
Because my disguise bonus is 0, but my bluff is 18. So that's why I said like that's a big difference in whether or not Alara is going to rely on this disguise.
All right. I don't have a bluff bonus. Maybe if we're going in disguise-wise, you should go first. I have a -1 to bluff.
It only lasts for a short amount of time, but it's enough for us to like scope out the situation and then go in hot if we decide that we can take it.
Alara can actually take a hit. She's got 50 more stamina than Thiveron.
Alright, so if you want to try entering stealthily, roll stealth. I'll give you a bonus for your disguise.
I don't want to roll stealth. Is the door locked?
Doesn't seem like it.
I guess I'll roll stealth, but I've got a total +4 in stealth.
Well, I have a -2, so it's definitely you if we're gonna.
Hopper, come here, boy.
Sweet.
Are you?
Hopper's an accessory.
Is Hopper sneaky?
Well, he has a +17 to stealth.
I'll back up Hopper. That seems like a much better idea.
Let me do some rolls. So Hopper's heading inside, is he?
Yeah. Just another bug striding into the...
Okay, let's reveal the area.
Well, he can be a bug all he wants. He's not a swarm. Oh, God. That would have been a bad idea.
I'm gonna put myself right behind Hopper here.
He is barely keeping hidden as they seem a little distracted by what's around and what's inside of a broken pod before them. You hear chittering and breaking and cracking of glass.
Hopper can't communicate, but he's gonna exit the room looking pretty scared.
I am going to. It looks like Alara is just placing a vial of liquid into an armor slot on her right arm. If that's what I think it is, then I'm going to need some extra punch.
Is there a range on the telepathy details? Like a 15-foot, a 30-foot telepathy?
It just says I can grant one spell-like ability.
So yeah,
It lists
so
like the
30
maximum
foot. Right.
pilot training.
Okay.
Would you try making me a will save?
Oh boy, here I go doing my worst save.
You do have a reroll if you want to use it.
Also, if it's like emotion based, or I get a +2 to it.
It's not emotion based, it's mind based.
Let me see exactly what my emotion regulator gives. +2 against emotion, fear, mind affecting, and pain.
If it's mind affecting, then yes, it's mind affecting this. So +2 barely makes it. You barely make that with 15. You hear this unenviable mental chatter that you feel could have broke your mind, but you manage to hold out against the mental chatter and squeak through it, and you hear like the sound of almost like loads of voices chatting at once. It's like, what? Are you trying to listen out for anything? Are you trying to listen out for this one's thoughts exactly?
No, I'm looking to see like what kind of communications is sharing with the other, what sort of information, what sort of goal they're working towards in here. I'm basically like trying to like understand what they're saying to each other to kind of intuit what they're trying to do.
What they are is like retrieve remains. It's like retrieve remains, strip, devour.
Being psychic is very difficult. She's much more incredible than I imagined. They're looking for something? Remains? Strip? Consume?
I mean, if they're part of the swarm, they must be referring to some biomass. Like maybe there's a survivor, or simply a dead body that they're talking about consuming.
I think they want to spawn more of themselves.
Wait, have you got?
Recreate.
Who has? Did you say something about blind sight?
Oh, that's
Blind
one of the
sense, 15
senses.
feet,
Blind
yeah.
sense up to 15 feet is one of the things that they have now.
15 feet. Okay, just making completely sure.
But it's not me
It's
that
only
has
me.
it.
It's only.
Yeah,
I
so
gave
Flick.
it to Flick
Okay,
because Flick has all those things I described.
just making sure.
Alright. I think the longer we let them be here, the more of them there are gonna be. We need to burn these things to the ground.
All right, going in hot.
That's my specialty, after all.
Alara backs up to right here so she can poke around the wall. Pulls out her pistol.
Okay. I'm gonna give my surprise round to Flick instead, because I have to do like full actions to do all my cool stuff. So I'm gonna send Hopper in to just like surprise round blast one of these boys.
All right then. Thiveron is here.
Can I ready an action to shoot the first one to come through that? And she takes another vial of that liquid and slots it into her needler. So that the second a swarm creature comes through that door, I want to take a shot at them.
Yeah, I'll
If
send
we're
here
setting up an
ready-
ambush, if that's what we're doing, setting up an ambush.
Yeah, already Nina and Clyde.
Right then, let me take a look at the. What's their initiative?
Oh, fuck. I forgot to. DC 18 fortitude save or immediately become weakened.
Oh,
Ooh, okay, so yeah, it's weakened, and then due to a minor inhibitor, he's going to be taking an additional -1 to hit, and that's a total of 33 damage.
33 damage. Nice. Is he alive? Yes, he is alive. God, that hurt.
Yeah, biohackers they're good.
Would all of you please roll me a fortitude save? Right, so Durs, you take 20 damage and are deafened for 2
That could have been really
rounds.
bad.
But,
I think I know what that attack was.
but the other two of you, Alaria and Flick, you take half damage.
Actually, yeah, I'll use a first level spell slot and help you out. So I am going to cast the ally spell. Or it's a wispy ally. So I'm going to create, you see Durst kind of flicker hands. And in here, I'm going to create a little ball of purple light. And then during each of my turns, using a move action, I can make it do distract or help with fighting an enemy.
This thing seems pretty weak. I'm gonna attack it with the blunt version of my attack. So no weapon or anything, I just palm strike this thing and a burst of entropic energy just bludgeons it.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Bye-bye.
So this thing just fucking across the wall.
Crumbles to dust. Excellent. So I'm gonna use my move action to posture myself a little more aggressively here.
Alright, that's Hopper's turn. You killed that guy. This guy is going to jump up here and then up into the vent.
Keep an eye above, guys. One of them just crawled away into the vent works.
21.
21, and this is the Corex, and you hit.
All right, so he's going to take 16 damage and 22 total damage from also with the initial contact. But he's got to take well, first he's encumbered automatically. Then he's got to take a fortitude save against the blue Winnis poison, DC 17.
All right, let's see.
Oh.
Okay, so he's weakened, and now he's got to take a fortitude save against the pharmaceutical inhibitor. Which, if he fails, he's just not moving. Okay, he's just not moving.
He's just fucking on the ground.
He's got one action and double halved speed.
You know what? I'm just going to assume that that was the biocide that she invented for the sword. It's like, works perfectly. So you acidic, you striked him, did you?
Yes.
As your attack hits, you just see him slowly lean forward, as he does seem unaffected.
Okay, so they are immune to acid damage.
Hiss. Hopper.
Yeah, okay. Hopper's gonna full attack Scree and try to hit both these guys, one after another.
Full attack Scree. One missed, but he did wipe out this one. Like, he's coming back in, and he's gonna basically sneak attack you, as you cannot hear him.
Because of deafened.
I'm fucking deaf.
Nothing personnel, kid.
Nothing personnel. Right, he's gonna get a bonus. 17 damage from sneaking up behind you.
And then Hopper's gonna just walk to here, take one look at that guy, and scurry.
Ski. I'm alive. Splat. It's gonna crawl over this way. Squee.
It's a dead boy right there. Excellent.
Congratulations. Some of the swarm have been destroyed.
Yeah.
But you hear throughout the ship the clitter clatter. It seems like you have alerted the swarm.
Oh, wonderful. This seems to be the only other way in and out of this room other than here, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm immediately gonna take position here. And I'm gonna leave Hopper here.
What are you doing over there? You can't get there. You have to go here.
Oh, did I move for... Oops. And I'm gonna perception check to see if there's any other vent openings that we missed before.
Well, you know, it wasn't a vent opening. It was literally a hole in the ship.
Oh.
Like, this huge scar, it comes from the top as well.
I see. So that's where the bug came from when it attacked.
Yeah.
Okay, so they can drop in from basically anywhere where the scar is.
So is this a computer?
Yes.
While we're doing that, can Alara check to see if it's powered and activated?
It is powered. You may roll computers to browse the computer.
Hopper's gonna come bodyguard you.
Why am I rolling so many ones?
Your surfing is slow going. While you're doing that, did you want to go through the door, Flick?
Yeah, I'm gonna crack the door and see what
What about you, Durst? What are you doing?
I'll cover Flick.
Alright then. As you open up, you see small bags float out of the area. Like little, almost like crisp bags. Like chips, just... And you see this rather large Vesk turn around and go...
Oh, look at that! Someone survived.
Oh, what are you doing here? You... please, don't kill me. This is so... like, he's clearly scared of you.
Let's see what you got with you before I decide.
You can talk? I didn't know Swole could talk.
Oh, right. How long's that disguise spell last, by the way?
The disguise spell is over, but then I polymorphed you into a...
Oh, that's right.
person as well. It's all right. I just changed their properties to be more insect-like in order to meet my needs.
He's gonna try to see if you're telling the truth.
Do you want me to roll diplomacy to see if I can convince him that I'm his friend? So I'm pretty good at diplomacy.
Sure.
Yeah, I think Durst is very clinical, but she's just like, the way her tone is, it's like, I don't have any reason to lie to you. I'll tell you what I want to tell you, and then, you know.
So yeah, he seems to calm down a lot. He's like, "Oh, good, yeah, good, yeah." He's like wiping his face like through the force field of the suit. And you see like bits and pieces of things floating around. Gravity seems to be weaker in this area of the ship. He's like turning around, like logging off the computer beside him. He's like, "You came. You here to rescue us?"
Make sure to secure payment before you answer that question, Durst.
Yeah. Well, we were here. It's like we're here simply to. We're here to eliminate bugs. We weren't necessarily told that we had to rescue anybody. Looks like
Nods approvingly.
Well, Waden must have
this...
thought that we were dead.
If you cooperate with us, then, you know, get us what we need, then we'll help you get out of here. How about that?
Yeah, I can see that. He's like brushing off himself off his Cheeto dust. He's like, okay, let's go.
Are you armed?
Not really. I had a shotgun, but it's, well, back in my room.
Do you understand how lucky you are?
Well, extremely, I suspect.
I assumed everybody here would be dead, and actually you being alive is sort of a complication.
What do you mean?
We're so this
This limits our options.
As much as he's like, you see him feeling a bit backed up now. He's like, as much as I don't want to pull this card as he was the friend and captain, my captain Jackwall is the guard Waden, so you know you.
Like she looks at him like she's kind of in deep thought for a good 4 or 5 seconds.
So if you do anything to me, I'm sure he'll be very angry. Just say.
She's like, I guess we'll have to live with it.
We're not particularly interested in you anyway. Your living complicates things for us, but it's not outside of our range of possibility. Just don't get in the way, okay?
Understood. By the way, as for the computer that you were searching for, you did find some basic information. For instance, it seemed like they had been to a world that had some swarm elements, and some of them had been injected and poisoned on that planet, which they were treating. Hence the body that is currently in the medical pod in the middle of the room and was undergoing surgery, but seems to have met an untimely end at the scythe-like talons of that revulsor that you killed.
Can I take a medicine check to see what type of surgery was being performed?
Yes. You can tell it's a typical surgery to plant back on skin. It looks like he took some extreme acid damage, but he was getting fixed up. No, it was until he died.
Oh, good. One less complication.
Hopper's gonna like come up like half sneakily here, just like rounds the corner and chitters loudly.
He's another one. Is that another polymorphed one?
No. That's his natural visage, but he's with us.
Oh, he doesn't look much like the swarm.
He's a good boy.
He's probably morally the best of the party. He's probably
he's the morally good center of the party.
He's the heart and soul of this.
Shall we go?
Yes. Stay behind the Bug-A-Nine now. We're the front line here.
Okay. What were you all planning to do?
Kill bugs, of course.
You didn't think of us as exterminators. We're also looking for what we were told is a small golden box.
Oh, that would be, well, it would be in the cargo hold. It was blown open,
where is
but
that?
I'm sure I saved. Just across the hall from here, over that way. You can probably get in there through the freezer door. Wade didn't like using more than, well, one space, so we used it for medical and food provisions.
Are you telling me that you were cooking in a sterile medical lab?
No. We just carried the food provisions over the hallway to the kitchen.
Don't fucking get in our way, I guess.
Oh, we're the don't give a shit party. If Kuzon with this group, we would encourage all of his worst behavior.
Yeah, no. Kuzon, if Kuzon was with this party, he would be very different. Because that's the thing that keeps Kuzon people, is that he likes to please. So that's why. So when he wants to please good people, it encourages him to be his best.
As you enter into the main area, you can see where most of the damage had taken place above you. There's even a big gash in the ship. The floor seems a bit more damaged. If you were hit by anything a bit too hard, you're afraid you may float away. But at the very least, it's keeping your feet on the ground. You can see the power core humming on emergency power.
Ah, yes. Technology. Not exactly my strong suit, but we're going to take a look around. Do we see any signs of movement? Any signs of...
You do not seem to notice anything, but you do hear more groaning.
For that roll, can we get like a direction for the groaning?
Here.
Okay. There seems to be some noise coming from the cargo. Looking at this room, I doubt it's survivors, but... I'm gonna have me and Hopper charge into this room from different directions.
One moment.
I'm going to take. Can I take a perception check as well? She's just going to be doing some basic Overwatch while they're investigating with their pistol out, just watching for any threats.
Alright, so you're just watching
Yeah.
for any threats, are you?
I'll put my back up against this wall and be ready to respond if I see trouble.
Well, the moaning was coming from this room. I'm not sure if you want to be.
Yeah, it was in this direction. But if you are like basically in this room, you do see the platinum and gold crate, like the container.
Oh, excellent.
Ah.
Does it have like a lock on it, or can we just pop it right open and see what's inside?
Your mission wasn't to look inside, but you can if you want.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll take a peek.
were we specifically told not to look inside?
Not particularly.
Then yeah, I want to pop that baby open. What are you talking about? I want to know what all the fuss is about.
Right, we're gonna do this one at a time. Number one, Alara, since you critted and got so high on your perception, you did notice that there's chittering coming from here.
I point that out immediately.
This guy is basically about to turn the corner and says, "My room's just here."
I grab him and pull him back.
Oh, what's wrong?
There's more in there. Can you hear that?
No. I can't-
Across the galaxy gallivanting with Aiden himself, and you can't even bother to listen to your surroundings while in the heat of combat. Embarrassing. Now get back in there, and she shoves him back in there and closes the door.
He's like, okay. But I never went on the adventures. I was more technical support. I knew you probably just closed it. And yes, you heard something chittering in there. And if you're going to pop open, are you going to pop open the crate then?
Oh yes.
Give me an athletics. As you grab the lock and bust it open, you see several. It appears to be scroll tubes, and you see some data pads, and like even some long golden strips of metal with writing on them.
Nerd shit. Slam it shut.
Douche. Not useful. Lock.
Nurse, this is yours to carry now. Toss.
It does look like it's fit to be able to carry it on somebody's back. It's got straps on it.
Okay, I'll put it on.
Right. As you do that, since it can't screech past you. Oh!
Looks like a hit.
Oh,
I get an entropy point because he crits me.
Just as you get shanked, it's like, aha! My plan, it worked!
I'm bleeding, making me the victor.
It's like, yeah, exactly. I'm bleeding. That means I win.
No, I
Try
love
my
getting
nuts
crit.
to
It's
your
so
fist style.
exciting. Me critting, other people critting me. It's all happiness. It's all joy. And I get another entropy point because I took more than double my health and damage.
I am empowered. This.
Ooh, this is starting to get a little dicey.
Okay,
Look at all the AoE targets. I'm
Yeah.
at least 60% sure that Flick would not mind being face blasted.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I have so many ways to mitigate damage, and I haven't used any of them yet. So by all means.
you have bonuses against energy type damage, right?
Yep. In fact, I'll get an entropy point if you give me that, and that'll be good.
It's a lot of damage, but I could literally blow up everything in your.
Okay, I can take half damage from an energy attack if I succeed a fortitude save. So.
I like
Okay.
the Swarm. They got cool little abilities.
Okay,
Yeah, they're really scary.
I'm just going to. Okay, well, you see Durst pull out a battery pack, and I'm gonna whiff it right next to you, and I want to make everybody in Flick's immediate vicinity
Fucking
make a
explode.
dexterity check.
Oh
For
god. That's
32 fire damage.
reflex is 7 and 8 respectively. Let's see.
No, I failed the fort save to take half damage. Rip.
harmed this one before, so this one gets burned alive. How much damage is it? Nice. This one gets roasted a little, and so does this one.
I see that we're about to get overwhelmed, so I am going to do something different. You see Durse reach into her pocket, and she is going to pull out a holy symbol that you can tell just by the way it is. She like dusts it off and like rubs it because she doesn't use it very often. And then she clutches it, and you see reality start to warp around it. I am going to summon some backup.
In this reality, I'm religious.
Yeah, I'm adopting the mannerisms of me in a previous life where I was a good Christian. Yeah, I'm just gonna call out and say I need a moment. Cover me.
Holy.
Well, a single attack's all you need, it looks like.
I think that's ridiculous overkill, but I guess I'll roll the 4d8 for my corrode too.
How do you finish him off? Do you just flipping crush him into the ground?
Yeah, Flick kicks him up into the air and just fucking bats her arm in front, and his body just dissolves into dust and sprinkles to the ground.
Just boom.
Fucking love Space Monk. So
18
I think I've got
damage?
soft cover from that guy being in front of me, which is +4 AC. But I'm just checking to see if I need to take an action to do that.
Let's see.
Okay, yeah, so that does miss me.
Alright. This guy's gonna attempt to attack Judas. Do you want to take an attack of opportunity?
25, and he's at AC -2 from the inhibitor I delivered.
And off of his head before he can make the attack.
Got him.
Yay! I cast a spell. They get to attack. I think they get to act immediately. Oh, I can't copy it. And then the angels get to attack. I just point and go deal with them. So this angel's going to attack this guy.
There you go, I found it on SoundCloud.
Yeah, and angels are actually resistant to acid.
Excellent.
We have arrived.
She's gonna, step on top of this guy's corpse with a 5-foot step, and then attack him.
Aiden says hello.
Hey, now I'm actually rolling attack rolls, 18 damage.
Ugh.
I spent 4 entropy points to activate Momentum Catalyst. Every creature I designate within 60 feet of me gets pushed back 30 feet. So all enemies, please go 30 feet away from Flick. And then I'll move action, reposition myself to like here so I can charge stuff later.
Okay. Hopper.
And then, yeah. Hopper's got 40 feet of movement. This guy seems to be a command unit, so Hopper's gonna come bite this guy.
Let's see. This guy's gonna have to try moving again. But the angel gets an attack of opportunity. Roll attack.
Yes.
I love it every time.
It barely missed though. But that was hilarious. That was timing on the music.
Oh, you didn't do that intentionally? That's even better.
You can roll attack of opportunity.
The angels get to do it again?
There's another angel. They've got 10-foot reach.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, before you can even flank it, it's... Since there's so few enemies left, you just want your angels to take care of the rest?
Yeah, Durst has been like eating her rations the whole time.
So basically, out of combat, I suppose now, since we all know where this is going, you just see these angels come along, like pick up the swarm, just look towards you, Durst, and give you a nod before just in beams of light. Just
Well,
And
that was a
snap.
pretty fancy trick, Durst.
Durst just kind of nods and just says, "Maybe I was a religious person. I don't know where that cross came from."
is everything okay?
Yes, everything's fine.
Go get your things.
Oh, good. I'll just get in here. He's like going to get his like shotgun and stuff.
Alara is following him just in case.
Just in case, you never know.
Oh, that's a vent right out into space.
Yeah, that's the hole that he was talking about. What your pilot was talking about.
All right, and then through this door here. That's a lot of egg.
I don't like that.
We have an egg sack of some sort in here.
Durst, the thing with the fire, please, if you will.
Yeah, so here's what I'm gonna do. I have a spell for this.
Okay.
I'm going to use my Infinite Worlds feature. I'll use it at 5th level. So I'm going to do 2 effects on top of each other. The third effect is in a 20-foot radius, I'm basically going to create a wall around, like, I'm going to create a wall. So in a 20-foot sphere, I can create a barrier. So I'm going to contain all of this within a barrier. I then am going to use my 2nd level, and I can cause a hazard to overlap that area.
So you're setting on fire, basically.
I'm containing it in a barrier of like made of molten rock, and then I'm going to make the inside of it basically like the inside of a volcano and just cook it.
Alright, so you're cooking it alive.
Yeah, I'm going to try and contain it, so if it goes to run. So basically for a number of rounds equal to my Witch Warper level, at the start of every round, it's going to take 2d6 fire damage.
Yeah, right. So, as you basically set that area alight in flame, let me get something that will indicate as such. Just
Oh, okay. I did find the ruling. Yes, force movement does do attacks of opportunity in this session.
Yeah.
cool.
Because that's like half of Prava's build. That's pretty big. Like.
There we go. Flame.
Ooh,
So-
nice.
As you're setting that on fire, you suddenly feel the ship rumble and screech. You hear claws tapping across metal, like from the very hull of the ship. You see creatures starting to crawl out. You have attacked the hive.
I think we should go.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Hello.
So what are you gonna do as these things are literally pouring out of everywhere?
I don't think that this effect I'm doing relies on me being next to it. So I'm just gonna we're running. I'm gonna start running.
Yeah, so Alara says, well, she gets on her communicator and says, Ugu guy, come in.
It's a go. Whatever.
A go guy.
What do you need?
A go guy, you need to go to the north end of the starship. Changing the place of pickup. and then she's going to tell everybody to run for the breach on the bridge.
Fair enough.
We're gonna go. Oh, is Hopref taking attack of opportunity on his way out?
I'll while we're running, I'll spend another first level spell slot. I'll make a 20-foot radius here, as the door closes into like a blizzard squall and make it difficult terrain.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I'll keep running.
So you basically do this.
Yeah, just to make it to slow them down a little bit, to buy us some more time.
If that buys us time, these are the ship controls, yeah?
You see actually that the guy up front is actually typing away on the console. Like,
You have a self-destruct button there.
well, that was my original intention. If the ship's lost anywhere, I was gonna overload the reactor.
Yep, that's what we were gonna ask you to do. Do it. We're out.
Where's the reactor?
It's basically back there. It's this thing
This
here.
big thing.
Okay.
Right. So is your ship gonna come along and like pick us up from the hole? And you see
Yes.
at least
Yes, just hit the button.
He's always set it up.
Hold
and
on.
you see it's
you,
like
you have environmental protections, right?
at least like almost a quarter mile away. The ship is waiting there for you.
Wait, yeah. Do you have a spacesuit?
I have my armor. That would do, right?
You know what? We
That'll
don't really
be fine.
care
I grab
anyway.
him by the collar and drag him here. And I
I'm,
jump back off.
Oh boy. All right, we're going.
So you jump off, do you?
Yep.
You jump off back into space. As you are flying across, I would like you to make me an acrobatics or athletics to see how either strong your jump was or how masterful you timed it.
Hopper takes a 20, so he gets a 38.
What is with all these crits on my skill rolls? But
Like,
nothing on
since you're
attack
holding the
rolls?
guy, you can be masterful and basically help along the NPC if you want.
By helping him along, I'm dragging him by like the collar of his neck.
Yeah, you grab
Like a
Becco
child.
and like, come here, woof. It's like, and as you're in the middle of space, you hear the final wake of the ship.
Nice. I like that one.
And the ship is decimated. As you climb into your own, the door closes up, and right away, you go just as fast as you can into the drift.
Congratulations, you've beat the odds. I clap him on the shoulder.
Why? Was I meant to die?
It was likely.
I don't like that.
You should. It was because of you that the hive was destroyed.
That's good to know. I avenged some of my fellows, I suppose.
Yeah, and now you know what the true value of your life is.
I don't know, I was locked in a freezer for a little while there. I didn't even need my shotgun. He's like,
You're a
holding
free
it.
man.
The shotgun is actually very, like, ornate and decorated. He's like, at least I got this.
And of course, as the fee for rescuing you, we'll be taking that.
Now let him have his toy.
But it looks valuable.
I know it does.
What was
But did you not forget, when we get back to the station, you're going to receive the most valuable thing of all.
Payment for rendered services, autographed Prava t-shirt.
I mean, the most valuable thing of all would be a meeting with Prava herself, but...
Exactly.
Really? You think you could actually get me a meeting with her?
Of course I can.
Oh god, it's just fucking next session. Prava and her talking away.
Oh god.
Now just let him have his toy.
Very well. There's nothing else I could ever ask for.
I'm gonna. I think I had the backpack on with that box that was thrown to me, but Durst hadn't taken a look at it yet. What was in there? I actually forget. I'll look at it.
Quote unquote nerd shit. There's like scroll tubes. There are golden strips with writing on it. There are data pads.
Nerd shit.
Ah, nerd stuff. Does anybody have any mysticism to roll to see what?
I have mysticism.
Yeah, like roll to see about the religious aspect. See if you can remember your religious side. Oh you're within the religious side. You remember it well. Now you summon those angels.
Yeah.
You remember the fact that this is probably documentation of all the adventures, all the people he's met, everything about his, well, Raiden's current life that he had lived. It's
That does make it very valuable.
It's probably going to go and be stored within a nice archive somewhere, maybe even by Telerat, so that he can read them later whenever he desires.
Yeah, I believe my brother might be interested in those before they get back to Aiden, that is.
I'll just hand the bag over and say, I'll leave that up to you. Do with it what you will, but...
Oh no, I forgot to collect a trophy! Oh, those swarm heads would have looked so nice on Prava's mantelpiece.
Would that have creeped him out?
Oh.
I'm not sure.
You did say that I took one's head off. Can I just say that I grabbed it?
Yeah, sure, for study. You're like, yeah, this will be for my bioscience.
She looks down at her briefcase and then back at her and then says, "Oh, I can't be mean to you." And she like slaps the suitcase down on the table and pulls out a swarm's head.
Gasp.
You're just so damn charming.
With my -1 charisma.
But that's the thing. From the way I feel like this is the same sort of way that Larry acts around the kids at zero risk when they're at the hospital. It's like she reminds me of the children just wanting things. It's sort of adorable.
Well, also with Alara, you can't really tell if she's got some ulterior motive for being nice or not. Sometimes it's genuine.
Now you're on your way back. Ugo's like, okay, we got a little while before we get back. I hope everybody's relaxed. One of you's gonna have to sleep on the floor. It's only gonna take us a few days to get back. I hope you enjoy the ride. And he puts on some lovely music.
Oh, I thought you were going to put something on like Slow Ride by Foghat.
But yes, that will be the end of this session, as the music of the Dude Bro pilot sounds off throughout the drift.